Hi everyone, I hope that you're having a great day. For many people who live in Dallas, for years the current Statler Hotel was known as the Dallas Grand Hotel, an abandoned eyesore on the edge of downtown. It stood as a reminder of what Dallas once was before the urban sprawl led to the decay of downtown. Now, as a refurbished luxury hotel and high-end apartment building, does it now represent what Dallas could be? Remember to like our video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications. This is brought to you by Valet Maids Dallas, your Dallas cleaning service. Use code SAVE30 for $30 off your first home cleaning at valetmaids.com. Opened in 1956 as the Statler Hilton, the hotel was designed by famed architect William Tabler and was built at a cost of about $16 million. Opening day was a 4-day celebration as it was the first major hotel built in Dallas for about 30 years. The grand opening includes celebrities such as dancer Ann Miller, Hollywood gossip columnist Hedda Hopper, and actress Dorothy Malone. The hotel had 1,001 guest rooms, over 20 stories, and a ballroom that could hold 2,200 people. Over the years, through renovations, the room count was reduced down to about 700, which is understandable because maintaining 1,000 hotel rooms is a logistical nightmare. Anyway, the hotel was cutting edge for its time. It was the first hotel to have elevator music and even had 21-inch Westinghouse TVs in the room. Having a TV in your hotel room was not commonplace at the time. It also had a heliport on the roof to transport VIPs via helicopter back and forth to the airport. In its prime, celebrities such as Frank Sinatra and Elvis stayed there, which elevated the glamorous status of the hotel. It was also built with state-of-the-art engineering techniques and materials, including a cantilevered reinforced slab system and, of course, asbestos. It was one of the first hotels in the country to have a conference center on property, which helped Dallas rise as a business center of the Southwest. The Statler also had a key role in rock and roll history. On July 1st, 1976, Ike and Tina Turner had a gig at the Statler. On the way from the airport, they had an infamous fight where Tina fought back against Ike. When they arrived at the Statler, Ike told the hotel staff that the limo had been an accident, which was an attempt to explain why they were both covered in blood and wounded. They went up to their room, and when Ike fell asleep, Tina took the opportunity to finally escape her abusive husband. She ran down the back steps of the hotel, through the kitchen, and then down St. Paul Street across I-30 and to the Ramada Plaza Hotel. Luckily, when she arrived at the Ramada with only 36 cents in her pocket, the night clerk gave her a room and placed security outside her door. That hotel is now the Hotel Lorenzo and is still operating today. As competition grew over the years, the popularity of the hotel declined until the hotel was sold by Hilton in 1988 to Hong Kong investors who renamed it the Dallas Grand Hotel. This lack of affiliation with Hilton and name change led to fewer guests and the deterioration of the hotel. It limped along in the shadow of its former glory before it finally closed in 2001. The massive decomposing structure stood as an eyesore and a reminder of the past. Though it was a monstrosity and a hotbed of illegal activity, the city and locals fought alike to preserve it, perhaps with the vision of bringing the hotel and downtown Dallas in general back to its former glory. It was almost successfully destroyed in 2003, but ultimately it was spared. The building was included by Preservation Dallas in 2007 and 2008 as one of its most endangered buildings, as the organization campaigned to try to save the building. In 2008, it was also included on a list of America's Most Endangered Places by the National Trust for Historic Preservation due to its importance in American mid-century design. Despite successful efforts to preserve the building, it still continued to sit abandoned and decaying. In 2011, the hotel was sold to developer Leobardo Trevino, who had planned to restore the hotel to its former glory and make it look the way it did back in 1956, and this time include residential units as well. The project lost steam due to its overwhelming enormity. By April 2013, Trevino was looking to sell the building. The architectural elements which made it cutting edge in 1956 plus the years of water damage and decay, not to mention all of the asbestos, made it difficult to safely renovate and bring the building back to life. Dallas developer Jack Matthews looked into taking over the project at one point, but ultimately backed out of the deal because he just couldn't get the numbers to work. Later in 2013, Centurion American Development Group signed a deal to purchase the building. They still plan to make it a hotel and include a residential development as well. But they also wanted to have a movie theater, grocery store, restaurants, retail, and a live music venue. In 2015, it was formally announced that the Statler and the adjacent former public library would be developed as the Statler Hotel and Residences at a cost of $230 million, with help of about $50 million from the city of Dallas. Under the new development deal, once again, the hotel would be managed by Hilton as it was when it originally opened back in 1956. The new hotel would have 159 guest rooms on the first 5 floors, and then 219 apartments on the upper 11 floors. The hotel reopened on October 17, 2017, and marked the return of the hotel to its former glory. The hotel keeps restored classic cars outside and includes many other nods to its storied history through various design elements. The current design feels distinctly new, but also as though you're going back in time. It has several restaurants inside, including the Pan-Asian Gastropub Fine China, farm-to-table restaurant Over Easy, and rooftop bar and lounge Waterproof. It seems as though a new chapter has begun for this storied hotel. Let me know in the comments if you visited or stayed at the Statler Hotel since its reopening a few years ago, and let me know what you think. If you liked this video, check out my video on the history of the Adolphus Hotel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Remember to like our video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications. This is brought to you by Valet Maids Dallas, your Dallas cleaning service. Use code SAVE30 for $30 off your first home cleaning at valetmaids.com.